G'day everyone. Today we just want to talk about cane grubs. In the last 2 weeks, we've done some flights in helicopters all across the whole district. And what we've done, we've actually mapped the flight paths and then put marker pins on all the blocks where we've observed grub damage. And we're in the process of contacting growers after we ground truth them that do have grub damage. So I guess we're pretty concerned because there does appear to be a fair bit of grub damage, more than in previous years. So we're here in a block, and yeah, we've got some pretty nasty looking stools, don't we, Maddie?
Yep, a lot of stool tipping, poor root systems, and grubs chewing on them.
Yep.
Here you can pretty much pull it straight out. That's how poor the roots are.
And we've been to quite a few blocks around the whole district recently where you've been able to pull stools out like this, and in a number of cases we're actually finding grubs pretty much right up on the surface. So the damage that we're seeing is really quite concerning. So with the flights that we recently did, because we've had the recent rain, that has actually masked quite a bit of the effects of cane grubs. It's given everything a fresh up. But yeah, we can have a dig, and this is not uncommon to find, a couple of grubs per stool, like these two here. And yeah, so there's plenty around. So I guess the question is, what do we do from here? So with harvesting coming up, I think it's really important to talk to your harvester driver. Let them know that there probably are going to be wet patches in a block if there's this much grub damage, and we want to do everything that we can to try and minimise stool loss when those harvesting operations are occurring. The other thing is, after you've harvested, obviously we need to irrigate the paddock because we're going to have quite a few root systems of crops that have been compromised where these guys have unfortunately had a big chew on. So keep that in mind. And then really important is treatment of grubs. So for growers that have got young plant cane in the ground now and you're in a potential area, consider using the granular product. So we had an industry meeting late last year with a lot of growers and industry people, and there were a few things that were raised by everybody there that were considered really important when you're putting Suscon products on, Suscon Maxi Intel. So that is, make sure we're driving at an appropriate speed, which is slow. Also, make sure the product is being dropped from quite a low height, and that your cane isn't too big, because if it's too big, there's too many leaves and the product can bounce off. And also really important to make sure that the Suscon is being applied in a band no more than 200 millimeters wide, because we need a thick concentrated treatment band. If it goes too wide, it'll narrow out and the concentration won't be big enough to actually kill these guys. And Maddie, you were mentioning the other day, it's really important to just keep an eye on everything that you do operations-wise.
Yep. Double check that you're applying it correctly. You might think you are, but it doesn't hurt to stop and check. That saves time in the long run, and money, because
that's right, and we don't want these guys eating all the profits away. Also, check your harvesting operations to see if there is any damage, and ask for assistance from industry people. The other thing that is worth mentioning, if you are in a grub affected block that you plan on returning and there are some gaps in it where stool's been ripped out or damaged, BPS does have a double disc opener planter that's no charge for members to borrow if they'd like to go through and actually plant those gaps.